shit. And I ain't with that petty shit, that's that petty shit. That cheesy shit, this easy shit. In my bag I'm lit, and I'm charging it, want all of it. With the freshest fit, and the newest kicks. You ain't with the
Mile High Minute, #1 podcast universe. Today we have a very special guest, Rachel Bailey. Very excited to have you on. Appreciate you coming on.
Pleasure's mine.
But before we get into the interview, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to stay notified when all the newest videos drop. Hit that like button and comment down below who you want to see next on the Mile High Minute. Shout out to Positive Vibes Smoke Shop in Englewood for bringing us through. And shout out the sponsor of today's video, 3 a.m. Water. Hydration for the go-getter. Yes, sir. Anyways, getting right into the interview, let's talk about life growing up. You said you were a military brat earlier. If you wanted to kind of go into that, you know, life growing up, being born in Germany and then, you know, living out here in Denver, kind of just talk about that.
Yeah, so I was born in Germany. I don't really remember too much about that. I moved to the States when I was like 5, something like that. And I moved to Fort Hood, Texas. But my dad was in the military, but he was also a singer too. Mm-hmm. So I got to witness a lot of cool stuff growing up, like being behind stage with him and, you know, watching him perform and stuff like that. I feel like not only is it in my blood, but it had a lot of impact and inspired me to want to do the same.
You think that was kind of like the beginning of you falling in love with music when you were watching your father pursue that?
I wouldn't. No, you know, it sounds like it would be, but I feel like I didn't really fall in love with it until later, until I really understood what it was to me.
So it just kind of caught your eye, like it was an interest of
it was
yours.
just cool. You know, I was a kid, like seeing that kind of thing, like fog and dancers and stuff. That was like, whoa, was my dad famous? You know, hearing his music on the radio and stuff like that. That was really cool. But yeah, I mean, just growing up, you know, like, shoot, oh my God, so much has influenced me with music for sure.
When did you move out to Denver?
I moved out here. So I actually used to live here as a kid, like a long time ago. I lived here like elementary school, probably like, I think 3rd grade is when I moved here.
What part of the city?
To Denver.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
like
in
right
Green
in
Valley.
Denver? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
so it was actually like, you know, near the airport or something like that. But on the outsides of the city. But and then I ended up moving away in like 7th grade or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I moved to North Carolina. Oh, okay. 7th grade. But I mean, I've lived in so many states, dude. Like, North Carolina, that's my second home for show. Like, I love me some North Carolina.
A lot of people popping off out of North Carolina recently.
Oh, yeah, the baby.
Sure.
Yeah, he went crazy out there. I mean,
definitely.
I lived out there when J. Cole first popped off. Yeah, I was in high school at the time. So, oh, God, I hope I didn't say my age, but... so I was out there when J. Cole first popped off, and that was dope just because he wasn't, like,
he's
you
one
know,
of the
North
goats.
Carolina is country, so hearing J. Cole so articulate and his lyrics was just so intelligent. Like, that was really, we took pride in that. You know, I lived in Fayetteville. I lived, you know, right across the street from one of the schools that he actually has a book club at and stuff. Oh yeah, like I was in the hood for real, but just being out there while he was blowing up, it was you could hear like his facts, like everything he was saying about the Ville was like facts, like, and it was nice that somebody was speaking up about it because a lot of people don't know about Fayetteville, North Carolina.
I mean, he's definitely one of the most talented lyricists of all time. I don't even think it's like a question really at this point. Like,
he's so oh my God, he's amazing.
And just who he is as a man, like
what he's doing for community.
Puts out,
he's always in the Ville too. So like that's love. Like he would just be playing basketball at a random park, you know, telling everybody come through. Like I think that's tight to be able to go back to your hood, give back, and you know, just be a cool person. Like not even have like flaunting your money. He drove like a I won't say basic car. It was a nice car, but it wasn't no like Bugatti or Ferrari he was pulling out. He wasn't trying to flex on nobody, you know?
I feel like he had an interesting transition in his career when he went from like just somewhat, he wasn't like crazy flashy, but he was a little flashy, like I felt like when he was younger, and then transitioning into like the dreads, you know what I'm saying? Like speaking really positive. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
I think he just realized, like listening to his music, I think he just realized like there's just way more to life than flexing.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
We really got a community out here that we need to you know, help. Especially after this Trump election. Like it got real after that. It was wait, what? Definitely. Like wait, little kids is locked up in cages? Like, they can only reach out to their families. Like, that's crazy to me. That is ridiculous that we have a concentration camp in America. Like, anywhere to have that shit is crazy to me.
And I feel like the way it's portrayed in like through media in our eyes is just different from like the way the rest of the world sees it. It's horrible.
Yeah,
but now that you're on that topic, I like that you're trying to, you know, bring more positive energy. So like I've noticed a lot of like your lyrics and the songs that you're making, like it seems like there's a lot of self-empowerment in the lyrics you're trying to speak, and like you're really trying to push a positive message. Is there like a theme? I know it's kind of like a hard question to answer, but do you feel like there's something that you're trying to like, a way you're trying to influence through your words, if that makes sense?
First of all, I appreciate that you recognize that in my lyrics. That means you actually listen to my music. So definitely. I really appreciate that. And second, I guess like I'm a very emotional writer. Yeah. So I just kind of create based off of what I'm feeling. And there's a lot of stuff in this world. I got so much to say. I just have so much to say, so much to talk about. So I'm glad that it's helping people to like think in a more positive way, because we need more of that. Like, the only way to change the world is to be the change. So if there's any way I can be a part of that, you know, one day when I go out, I want to feel good about the influence that the impact that I made on the world. So music is one of those, like, those superpowers I feel like that I have. Like, you know, music is, it's one of those things that hits different for everyone, and everyone can feel it. Like, you ever like listen to reggaeton and like be like, yo,
I'm just vibing out.
Yeah, you just vibe out. Like, you don't even like, it doesn't matter if you understand the language or some African music. Like, there's this African artist out. His name is like, I can't even remember, Big Africa or something like that. Anyway, he's so dope, and he's hella fresh. But I don't know, understand what he's saying, but I can feel it, and I know that it's something good he's saying. You know what I mean? And that's basically the point I'm trying to make, is that like, you know, just do exactly what you feel, be yourself, and people will respect that. Like, everyone will relate to you being yourself, because even the ones that aren't themselves, because everyone aspires to be 100% themselves, and some are uncomfortable with it. So if there's any way I can be that one person to be like, you know what, I'm myself, I'm unapologetic about it, like, I hope you could do the same. You know what I mean? We're all dope, just in our different ways. So.
And we're all equal at the end of the day.
Period.
Like, we're all doing different things, but at the end of the day, we all bleed the same, you know what I'm saying?
We're all a part of the same experience. That's called life.
Okay, so talk about that transition from when like music was just like a hobby into like, okay, this is like my passion, this is my like a career I'd want to chase, and, you know, make something, like make my dreams a reality. You know, when did that transition happen?
Well, music actually wasn't a hobby, or it wasn't a passion until I actually understood what it was to me. Like, until I actually started creating and writing my own music. Like, I suffer from depression, as I mentioned in my documentary, Shout Out Dreamers Day. They're the ones that shot that video for me. Just on some background for me. But basically, I was just saying that, you know, with fighting depression, you know, music was an outlet for me. It was a way for me to express myself and also get people to feel what I'm saying. Because
so connect with people.
Exactly, and feel connected with people. Because the thing about depression is that, you know, you often feel like no one's there for you. Like, no one understands what you're saying. Like, people may not understand what you're saying, but I feel like with music, people were able to feel what I was saying, and like
it's more powerful. It's, you know, through the voice, through like
it's that vibration.
Yeah.
Like, you literally, like, your body is mostly made up of water, so you can literally feel that vibration. And you know what a low frequency represents. You know what a high frequency represents. So
that's intriguing. So, how long have you been making music? Like, seriously, like taking it serious, building a brand?
I would say, so serious for myself, like something that I started investing in personally. I would say that that was about 3 years ago is when I really started taking it super duper serious, like really investing in myself as far as, you know, getting dancers and getting a band put together and investing in the quality of my music and the quality of my beats and
not just dropping,
equipment.
Song after song. You're investing in like a brand. Like
invested in my brand. BAEGANG.
Yeah.
I definitely invest in a lot in that because I really believe in what it stands for.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
Well, I like that you bring that up because I noticed that it seems like choreography is very huge with your music and like your dancing and stuff like that. So talk about that, why you feel like choreography is so important for your music videos and like your events, because I've noticed I've been to probably like 100, I don't know, like 50 to 100 Denver shows, but like rarely ever do I actually see like like people dancing in the background, like people actually investing into their performance as well. So talk about that, the importance of like choreography and just like really investing in your brand and the quality of your music and stuff like that.
Well, first of all, I'm not a dancer, but I do have amazing dancers that have helped me to grow as a dancer. I grew up in the 90s where that was a thing, boy bands, girl bands, they were a thing and they were all breaking it down, Aaliyah is one of my all-time favorites. I grew up listening to her a lot and trying to be her even. But one thing that, she was very known for was dancing, and she had the guys dancing for her, getting down. And it was just really dope. Like, she wasn't the best dancer in the world. She wasn't, Janet Jackson with it.
Yeah.
But she had confidence, she had flavor, and she got down. Like, no matter what you thought of her, she was gonna do it and she was gonna come through with it. And I feel like that's really important personally, because me going to, major artist shows and things like that, one of my favorite things is to see dancers. Because it's nice to give your audience more than just you to look at, like some things.
It just catches their attention, and keep them captivated into the performance and stuff like that.
And going back to kind of like what we were talking about with vibrations, movement is the same way. Like, there's these things called mudras when you meditate. You do these for a reason because it keeps the energy flowing. And that's the thing that dancing does for you. Like, when I'm on stage and I'm singing, putting out the vibration, I feel like me moving with it is helping me to carry that vibration out.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And get other people to feel good about dancing too. Like, you ain't gotta be a dancer. Like, come on, dance. Don't play with me.
I feel you. Okay, so talk about like I noticed you brought up, like vibrations and stuff like that. So talk about like how just your spirituality. How do you say it? Like, how does your spirituality like influence just you in general, you as a human being? Talk about just like the universe, energy, waves, all that good stuff.
Dude, it has everything to do with any kind of influence upon me. Like, energy is everything. It's all around us. It's in us. You can't fight it. Like, it's there. And with that being said, I didn't really start getting to know it again until like I really started healing myself. Music was one of those things, but meditation was another one of those things. And overall, just keeping it real with yourself. Like, keeping it real with myself was the most important thing I could have ever done for myself. That's how I know I love myself. You know what I mean? Because I was able to take that time, and if there's something that, a lot of times what my rule of thumb is, if you see something you don't like in someone else, it's probably because it's some bullshit you be doing. So check yourself. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
A lot of times it is like, and then once you check yourself and you realize I still don't like it, okay, move around. Did you attracted that energy somehow, some way,
Most
period.
definitely.
And maybe it could be a test, but it's all about how you feel about that. Says everything about you. Like, if you really ain't worried about it, you won't be affected about it. But if it bothers you, it's something you need to check with yourself about. So with that being said, spirituality came.
Are you like religious? Would you say that kind of connects with?
I wouldn't say no. Religious? I'm not religious, but I am very spiritual.
Okay, yeah, I feel that 100%. Like, that's where I think.
I respect religion. I don't have anything. I learn a lot from religion, honestly. Like, from different religions too,
Yeah,
like all
definitely.
over the world. Like there's so much out there. There's so much knowledge out there, so much to learn.
Yes.
And you just pick and choose what is, like for me, I just pick and
Exactly.
choose what's true. Like I'm all about the truth. You know, if anything, love is my religion, just like Bob
Yeah.
Marley. So like,
most
you know, do
definitely.
everything through love and you're going to be straight. You're going to be good. Do good business.
Yeah.
You know, treat your people right. Be good at work. You know,
Yes,
be
100%.
honest with yourself, all that.
I mean, the energy you invest into the universe, you receive. So.
Period. Yeah, you know, that's how I started meditating and stuff like that. Like,
Hell
just take some time to yourself and reflect. There's a lot of shit going on in the world. A lot of people are out here working and not taking enough time. I mean, people are dying from overworking themselves. Literally, their health.
Facts.
They're dying from not taking time to themselves. So I feel like self-reflection and me meditating has had
Intuition,
a lot.
self-intuition.
Dude,
Yeah, definitely.
so much to do. Like, you got to pay attention to yourself, for real.
You got to learn from your mistakes, you know, Yeah, I'm with you on
With
that.
me.
Yeah, I'm with
You
you
with
on
me?
that, yeah.
Y'all with me?
Yeah. But let's talk about some of your music a little more. That song Pretty that dropped, what, like 3 months ago? Pretty? Or
Yeah,
the
something
music
like
video
that.
dropped
Yeah,
around there.
around the top of the year.
talk
Don't worry, I'm
about-
about to come with new music.
Yeah.
Lots.
No, talk about that song in specific. It looked like you invested a lot of time and energy into that song. But yeah, talk about the idea behind Pretty, you know, like I watched the behind the scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of want to dive into that song in specific.
Well, shout out
It
to.
seems like a lot of self-empowerment again with that song.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you already know. Self-empowerment. Yeah, facts. Shout out to Graven, my producer. He's amazing, and he helped me
You produce,
to.
like a lot of your songs.
Yeah, Graven does a lot of my production. I got a few other producers too. Scorp is another one. He's dope. But
All
Graven
from, like,
is
Colorado and stuff.
Graven is actually from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, okay, so
man,
yeah,
you
there
already
goes
know.
the connect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. But so Pretty came about because so right at the moment, my side hustle, my part-time job, I'm a server at my uncle's restaurant.
Yeah.
And you know, I run into a lot of people. I see a lot of egos, and one of the things, for real, like one of the things that I noticed, you know, the word pretty and feminism and things like that. This is a time for women right now,
Yeah.
and my message was, don't think just because I'm a female you can fuck me over.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
don't think don't think I'm just gonna like be stupid. You know what I mean? I'm educated. I know what I want, and I'm gonna get what I want. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Period. And that's what I want. I want other, you know, girls, especially girls, women, boys too, men, boys to men. Sorry, I heard that. But yeah, I want them to be in, you know, to recognize, especially females, though, to really recognize the power that they have. That you ain't got to shut down because there's some dude. Stand up for yourself. Speak your mind. Stand up for yourself, because there's a lot of industries out here that are cutthroat, and they will make you feel like you're stupid because you're a female. And as crazy as that sounds, it happens.
No, yeah.
It really does. It happens a lot. Like, I've seen this happen at my job, even just like, you know, people asking me questions and then undermining everything that I said, and it's like, okay, cool, but I'm right. But I'm right. But you know, but really for just people to for women to know, you can go and get it. Like, go and get it. Don't wait on it. Go and get it.
Whatever
like,
you love to do.
You don't need a man to.
Shit,
yes, you don't need a man to like get
That's
you
hella
everything.
Respect. That's hella
Period.
Respect. Like, if they're not.
Yeah,
what it is, but
I feel like the good man respect that too. The good
like,
man respect a woman that's a go-getter. You know,
oh yeah, definitely.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
way more attractive. Oh yeah,
facts.
Definitely. And like, I don't know.
So I wanted to just encourage that with that song. Like, I encourage being yourself and being a go-getter as a female, as a, you know, even as a male too, because I know, you know, the gay population is the same way. I feel like it could be kind of the same way for them too at times, you know, and judgment.
I mean, if you want me to keep it 1,000 with you, I feel like there's different like scenarios I feel like that men and women go through that they could that there's like biases, if that makes sense.
I know,
like,
I agree.
Like even for men, like we can't be emotional, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, we can, but like because the way society is like.
Like you'll look weak.
He's laughing because we be talking about this all the time. He said I had to bring it up, but yeah, like it's not even like that. Though. It's not even.
Yeah, let's have a heart to heart. Let's do it. I ain't mad. Let's get it.
Nah. But yeah, no, like there's like just ways, you know what I'm saying? Like
I feel you.
That like. All right, I'm done talking about it. Y'all
I
put me
get
on the
it.
spot.
I get it.
Y'all put me on the spot.
You feel like.
I know, but y'all got me thinking about Odyssey now. I need to chill out.
I get it, and I agree with you. I agree with you.
No, that's not gonna be in the video. It's all good. But yeah, anyways, like 100%, like go get that bag. No cap. Like if whatever you love to do, just chase that shit. And like, I definitely see you as like a woman in power out here who has like a really influential voice. So that's like really like awesome to see and hear you say that. So do you feel like there's like talk about some of the disadvantages or like the adversities you face like just as a, you know, female rapper, or I mean I wouldn't even say rapper, female artist in general. Yeah. Definitely not just a rapper.
I think it's a mindset.
Yeah.
There are the facts behind things, and then there's the mindset behind things, and I choose both.
Yeah.
I choose to look at the facts and the truth, but I also choose to have the right mindset about it.
Period.
So even if there is some kind of something being unfair, I'm not gonna allow myself to feel any way about it.
Yeah.
Because I got things to do.
Definitely,
I gotta move.
yeah.
I can't be sitting around worrying about the disadvantages that are happening. You know what I mean? Like I don't even
negative energy.
Right. Like I don't even like to even tell people that I'm a female artist. Like it's cool when people say that I am. Yeah, I am female and I am an artist. But like I said, the mindset that I have is I am an artist. Period.
Exactly.
I'm just that. Like I'm not here to prove anything to anyone.
Yeah.
I'm just here to serve my purpose, and I believe that my purpose is definitely through music.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I haven't found exactly the why I'm on this earth. Maybe I'm, you know, because I have so much life to live.
Definitely.
Hopefully, you know, God willing.
Yes.
That, you know, it's a mindset, man.
Yeah, definitely.
That's really what it comes down to me.
Okay.
Mindset.
So talk about some of like the upcoming shows, events, songs you may have coming out, just anything that you need to let the people know, you know, that you got coming out.
I will be performing. I'm not sure when this is coming out.
Honestly, just speak on everything because
Word.
It's probably going to be a couple of weeks out, but we always have like.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, just speak on like everything you got coming up over the next like however many months. Probably like the end of the year.
Well, this month, August, I have 2 shows. I'm going to be performing on the 23rd at MCA, the Museum of Contemporary Arts.
Okay.
I've never been.
That's awesome.
I've never performed there.
All these new places.
Yo, I'm so excited. Yeah, because I was on Instagram. I was looking it up, and it looks really dope. So
That's
I don't know if y'all want to come get, you know, any Instagram influencers or people that just like to take really cool pictures or just have a good time and listen to good music. Like that's the place to be. Like definitely
great networking opportunity for sure.
And then I'll also be performing at Herman's Hideaway here in Denver, Colorado.
Okay,
yeah, for the Forever Fest.
Venues.
Really? Yeah, me neither. I've never been to Herman's Hideaway either.
Yeah.
So
I always see it. I know it's on Broadway. Yeah, but
oh, for real?
Yeah.
Close?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, I'm excited to do that too for the Forever Fest. That's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
Come through to that too. You can, you know, get tickets at officiallyrachel.com. That's also where you can find my tour dates too.
Yeah.
So like I always like will update that. Like that's the first place even before I put it out on social media.
What is it again? The website?
Officiallyrachel.com.
Okay.
RACHEL.com.
Link will be in the description.
Yeah.
Period.
Go to that website, and then you can sign up for the newsletter, and then be updated every time that I put out or that I'm gonna perform, or that I put out a new video.
Okay.
Speaking of that, I do have lots of songs dropping. I was gonna drop a whole EP, a whole project, but something told me, my spirit was talking to me and told me that I needed to wait because I just recorded so much music, and I don't think that it fits a project, all the music that I've been recording.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's not fair for me as an artist to just spill all this music at once to my fans.
That's not.
Yeah, I feel like they deserve They deserve
You have to
constant,
strategize for sure.
Exactly. So like, I plan on, dropping a number of singles, for the rest of this year for sure. Along with visuals.
On like Spotify, YouTube.
Yeah, everywhere.
Google,
Everywhere. Anywhere you can find music.
Apple Music.
Yep.
Maybe
Amazon
SoundCloud
Music,
too, or?
SoundCloud, it will be on there. YouTube, we'll have the videos on YouTube. So I've been working really, really hard, like since last year, to build this whole catalog.
Hell yeah.
And to shoot music videos and like to get prepared, basically.
Oh yeah, I can tell you're investing a lot of time and money into those music videos.
And sometimes I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it feels discouraging because it's like, oh my God, like I just want to put it out. You know what I mean? Like definitely. I've been working so hard on it for so long, and I just want to put it out. Like I'm just so excited for everyone to hear what I've been going through and all this stuff. Like I recorded a lot of this music under a blue light. And I don't know if you know about chakras. Again, with my spirituality, the blue chakra is your throat chakra.
Okay, yeah.
And I just feel like it really came through, like that color, that that whole vibe. Like I really did, like I'm speaking on some really deep stuff in my music. So I'm really
I'm excited to see that one.
Yo, I'm so excited.
Yeah. No, I love music videos. I feel like they really like show you, like, just show the people who the artist really is as a person. Like it really lets you like express yourself and stuff like that.
That's how it was for me with Pretty. Like, I told you what Pretty is about, but the music video itself is not about what it's not really about what I was talking about. That music video, a lot of people see that there's a robbery happening, but what it is symbolic of these big monster companies out here, whether that be major labels or that be like a huge corporation, you know. I just find that a lot of times they steal a lot of people's ideas.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They steal a lot of people's ideas and they pretend like it's theirs. And that video, I had a lot of my friends, and that Kayla Ray was one of those, Danae Simone,
we're going to interview her too.
Yeah,
sure.
where
Definitely got to.
A lot of people were in there, and I chose them specifically because them as artists, like, I knew they would feel me on that. Like, own your shit, like, go for yours, like, period. And so what we did is we the scene where we robbed the guys, those guys were symbolic of those big greedy corporations, you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
So we took back what's ours.
Awesome.
We took back what's ours, and we did it in a gangster way because we pretty, but we with the shits.
That's awesome. But okay, talk about like one piece of advice you have for like entrepreneurs out there, just in general. Like one piece of advice, if you could speak on one thing, to help like any entrepreneur who's going through a hard time, like what would you tell them? One thing. Man. That's kind of hard because there's a lot of things, I'm sure, but
I would say one thing, the most important thing, be yourself.
No cap.
Period. Be
no
yourself.
Cap.
Like
Period.
Over everything. Like there's a couple things I could mention, but definitely that one. Be yourself, because it's easy to just get lost in this sauce, especially with social media happening. We're influenced by everything we see. Memes, all this stuff, like it's implanted in our head every single day. And so if you can be yourself through all that shit, you got something special. You will go somewhere. You will take off. You will go 100%. Where you want to be. Be consistent in that.
100%. Okay. Well, I appreciate you for coming through. About to wrap this interview.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
I got gifts. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was going to be three people here.
You got to speak on. No worries.
I got you guys gifts. I brought you guys gifts.
Oh, okay.
BAE stands for be an example. I don't know if you know that. So that goes along with, being yourself. Be an example. You don't have to be your role model, but be an example to others around you, whether that be your family members or kids, if you like kids, you know what I mean? Whoever, your homies, be an example for them and continue to be yourself, So, I don't know. I brought a medium and I brought a large. This is a large. And then I got a medium.
I'm definitely going to rock this.
I'll get you one, I promise. I got you. Yeah, BAEGANG. This is yours, cameraman. Thank you, cameraman. Yeah, gang.
Yep. Okay, hold on. Hold it up. Can you take a picture, or actually, we could probably do some photos after this. That works. Okay. No, I'm excited. This is like the first time someone's ever like people keep talking how they want to do some sponsorship and do, but this is the first time someone actually hooked us up with merch. So
What?
I appreciate
Really? Hell yeah. No doubt, man.
Okay, the camera's still rolling. Okay, so yeah, appreciate you for that one. Shout out to Positive Vibes, the #1 smoke shop in the universe, for letting us come through and film this interview. Comment down below who you want to see next on the Mile High Minute. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button to stay notified when all the new videos drop, and make sure you check out milehighminute.co. Make sure you also check out Rachel and all of her links. They will be in the description. Appreciate y'all. Mile High Minute, #1 podcast universe. We out. Hey.